planted this winter wheat last October. Came up pretty good. This can be some nice fresh fertilizer for the corn. Winter wheat has a lot of nitrogen in it, so when I plow it under, it'll be a good source of nitrogen for the corn. What we're going to plow the ground up with is a International tractor, 1963 International. We bought the tractor new in '63. The plows are on already. The way you want to set the plows up is you want the tips of the blade to be about 2 or 3 inches tipped down from the back. So a couple fingers there, an inch and a half I guess. That should be pretty good to start. One thing about farming, you're always breaking stuff. Just noticed today this fin in the back is okay, but I lost the front one for some reason. And some time, not sure when, but I'll probably find it in the field one of these days. If I do, I'll weld it back on. The first pass of furrows, you want to keep your plows pretty straight. Straight, I mean parallel to the ground. You want to keep these two guys pretty parallel. But after the second furrow, you want to tip them down. Maybe about, depending on how deep your furrows are. If you got a 6 or 8 inch furrow depth, you want to tip your plows like this. Because after your first furrow, your tires will be in your ditch. It's going to tilt your plows, so you want to tilt your plows the same way. I'm sorry, you want to tip them this other way. You want to tip your plows this way. So when you're going to furrow, then it'll be level out. So after I do the first run of furrows, then you'll see me adjust this arm on the right hand side, and then it will tip my plows this way. So when the tires drop into the furrows, it'll level the plows out. And I do that by twisting these arms. This level right here. This guy will raise and lower this arm, and it's this way I can pitch my plows any way I want to. These controls here, this will raise and lower the plow. The round knob, the square knob is like a load. I can put a heavy load on the plows or a light load. So first I raise the plows up, I drop them down, and then I adjust my load of the plows for how deep I want the plows to go. If the ground's real hard, I want to put a heavier load on there so the plows dig in. Lighter ground, I want to lighten them up so it won't dig in so far. I want to plow in about 6 to 8 inches deep. So let's start this guy up and we'll see how it goes. Plows up. Knob, raise and lower the plows. Just run her in second gear and let's go over to the field. Try to get your first-hand view as I'm plowing, then I'll set up on a tripod so you can watch me from a distance. We're going to start in the center of the field, take a pass each way, then I'll adjust the plows to tilt them for the second pass. You want to start somewhere in the middle. Let's see, it's going to throw that plow that way. Yeah, this should be good. In order to keep your furrows straight, you want to line your tractor up with something straight, so line with that tree, that fallen tree right there. So once I set the plows down, I'm going to head for that tree, and you make a nice straight furrow. Set the plows down. This is my first pass, so I will not know how to set the heavy on these. I want to plow deep, so I'll keep it a little bit heavy to start off. Here we go. Give her some gas. Make them a little heavier, a little bit light. Ground's a little wet. Raise it up. Ready for another pass. Get turned around here. Let's check how straight we did. Oh, not too bad. Take them off to the left a little bit. That's all right. We can straighten that up. Next furrow, I want to get my tire right by this dirt. Depth looks pretty good. Let's layer them down here. Come dig in a bit and let her go. Ground's a little wet, a little heavy. So the tractor's working hard to turn it over. But this tractor can do it. There we go. The first furrows. Now what I want to do is adjust my plows. Because when my tire goes in that ditch there, everything's going to be tilted. So I got like a 6-8 inch furrow, so I want to tilt my plows now. Raise this side up. Drop them down, get the weight off it. Spin these guys. Bring this side up. About 6-8 inches. Kind of just bring up and lower and raise my plows to hydraulics, make this turn in the screw a little easier. Okay, you can see my plows now are tilted a little bit. Give it a little bit more. That should do it. There, you can see them how they're tilted now. This side's up. So when the tire drops down, the plows will be level again. Okay, let's hit it. Give them a second to sink in. Here we go. Cutting in a little deep, got to raise up this weight control a little bit. All right. Looks pretty good, nice and deep. Don't want to go that deep, so raise up a little higher. Allows a second to reach your bottom. Let her go. You can hear the strain of the tractor when it's getting kind of hard. You know it's you got to make some adjustments. That's doing pretty good. All right. Alright, you get the hang of it. I'm going to go set this thing up on the tripod. Okay, there you have it. Field all plowed. One thing I want to show you. I gotta hit the plow down a little too early here, tore up some grass, but you can take care of that. On your last furrow of plow that you do, you want to raise your plow up. So I did that over here. You want it a little bit shallower, because when you start to disc this area, you gotta fill in those valleys there with your disc. And if your last cut is a little bit shallower, then you don't have to do so much work. I forgot to do that on the other side, so I got a little extra work to do on the far side, but it's not a big deal. So I'm going to let this sit for a day or two, let it dry out, and then I'm going to disc it. And I'm going to disc this other field, because I plowed this other field up about 2 days ago. It's ready to disc. And this is about an acre and a half of property. So this section I'm going to disc, and I'll let you guys see how I do that. This is probably about an acre and a half.